What I wanted to show you today is just that one flow for completing ad hoc data requests, and how we are transforming that radically with advanced technology. So what you're looking at now is that exact flow. You come in, you get an overview, you see the outstanding tasks. I'll just kick this off here. The first thing that you do, as I just showed you there, is you upload a set of questions. So let's say you've got 30, 50 questions from your customer that you've been asked. You can come in, drop that in here directly. That will then load up. So you can say, okay, here we can see these are the questions: number of employees, do you track scope 1 emissions, etc., etc. You can upload those directly into Novata. So you take what you have, drop it in. Now, the first bit of advanced technology that can help streamline this reporting for you is mapping those metrics to existing industry standard metrics within Novata. So we have over 2,500 metrics across ESRSs, across all GRI, SASB, etc., etc. All of these different metrics. What we'll do is we'll take the metric that you have uploaded and map it to what we think is the most likely metric within Novata. And of course, the main purpose of this is actually so that you can extract all the data that you already have in Novata because of your the prior work that you've been doing, centralizing it into the single source of truth within Novata. So once you've done that, we'll use this advanced ML model to map what you uploaded to our metrics, or to the metrics that you're already tracking. And once you've done that, you can check the metric mappings, check that you're happy with them. So for example, here we're checking what are the total number, whether we're happy with total number of employees as the metric. And you go through all of that. And once you click confirm metric mapping, that locks us in as a project that you can start working towards. And here, what you'll see is, in this example, actually 58% of the metrics already have data associated with them. So you can see immediately you're saving 60% of the time just by uploading those questions into Novata and extracting the data that you've already got. This really is collect once, report many coming to life. So you upload the questions, map it to your existing data, but then you're never going to have 100% coverage. So what you want to do is fill in the delta, really fill in the gaps. You can obviously, that's going to be a little bit of work, but you're over time adding to this data asset. So as you get more and more of these data requests, it's going to be faster, more streamlined each time. And there's plenty of ways that you can fill in these gaps. You can go in, you can upload files with structured data. You can go into a metric specifically and assign it to one of your colleagues. You can collaborate and put in data manually. But the other piece of functionality that we've just launched, and which is speeding this up massively, is, of course, and we couldn't do a webinar on SaaS in 2025 without mentioning AI. We've built an AI-powered flow that can enable you to actually upload existing reports. So most notably, we've had clients using things like sustainability reports. So, you've got 60% already in Novata. For the remainder, you might want to use existing reports that you've done. You don't want to duplicate efforts. You don't want to become a reporting factory. So what you do is upload a file. What we'll do is we'll kick that off. We'll then start scanning those files. We'll then start scanning that file or files for answers to these questions, and then provide responses. And what you'll see here is one of the responses already populated here. And what I wanted to call out first is actually interestingly, one of the key values of what we've been working really hard on is making sure that the answers don't hallucinate. So you could obviously use something off the shelf for this, but what we found is, unless you fine tune it around sustainability expertise, it will actually invent answers where you're not expecting them. So for example, here, employee survey, I just uploaded an environmental document. I don't want it inventing a response to whether I have an employee survey or not. And so what you'll see is it's got very good at saying, no, there's actually no evidence at all. So not producing false positives, essentially being very good at only answering where there is actually data there. But beyond those, the kind of ensuring there are no false positives, it's also very good as you will have guessed from many generative AI tools, it's really good at answering particularly quite involved text-based answers where you have to produce a paragraph of text. It's a really good use case for generative AI. Here in this example, it's a question about when you're actually engaging with affected communities. Here you'll see the AI tool has pulled out from that sustainability document a detailed response in 3 different parts around how and where this company engages with affected communities. What we also have here is all of the sources as well. So you can come in and you can check, okay, well, what are the actual links and hyperlinks here to the specific document in question so that I know I can trust it. And then you can come in here and you can apply it directly to speed up your responses. Once you apply it, as mentioned, it's there, it's in your Novata data warehouse, it's ready to be used in future reporting as well. So that's really that. Not too much to add other than this is really changing the game. I think the advancements in AI technology really are changing how sustainability reporting is going to be done, and really changing the game in terms of efficiency, in terms of how much time you spend actually doing this reporting, and how much time you can spend driving insights, taking steps, making improvements, etc. So that's how that would work. Just to close off the demo, the final few steps in this flow is that once you've completed this, you can download a report with all of the data that you've filled in, including the question that you were asked, the answer that you provided, and then you can share this with your stakeholder to massively speed up fulfilling the requirements that they have on you in terms of giving them data on your sustainability performance. You can also dig into some of these metrics, look at different insights around those metrics, and also set targets for how you might want to improve over time going forwards.